Hey guys, welcome on in. Today I'm going to be talking you through my Apocalypse 3 on Sunny Meadows. This is the one you actually need to do to get the achievement, the trophy, and also the badge. This is the first time that I tried to do it after Chronicle. I went through my settings there at the start and it's 15 multiplier. I use the preset, but I do change the event frequency to medium, which you can do. Alternatively, you can actually change the hunt duration as well to medium without changing the multiplier. It's an either or situation that you can't have both, so you have to make your decisions. I think it's important for the ghost photo to try and get that medium event frequency there. So that's the one I usually opt for. Just doing a quick scan of the cameras on these large maps, you might be able to get lucky with some orbs in the church or possibly the foyer. I don't think it's ever worked for me though, but I'll always try. I also check the objectives to see what I need to take in with me, try and get everything in before I actually enter. If you're not familiar with the Apocalypse 3 challenge, it's the hardest challenge in Phasmophobia with a 15 multiplier. It's the highest you can get. You're 50 speed, the ghost's 150 speed. You have to get all three objectives, a photo of the ghost, and obviously get the ghost right. I'm using the tier 1 incense sticks there. That's strategic. I usually use either 1 or 2, and it's primarily because the ghost is a lot faster than you, right? So if you use the tier 3, you're basically stuck if you incense it, because the ghost will just stay still and you can't really go anywhere because you're so slow. With the tier 1, I've got a chance that the ghost will run far away from me. Apologise that these videos may be a little dark. Unfortunately, the breaker's broken on Apocalypse, so you can't turn in any lights, and you also don't have torches or headlamps, so I try my best with the firelights, try and make it a bit lighter. Considering though whether to take another firelight or not. Decide against it. Making sure I'm throwing my incense sticks far away from the firelights. They will burn if you put them on a fire source, so I've done that one too many times. Okay, just setting myself up now. I can hear the motion sensor going off. That's always a good sign. It's crazy how quick you've got to be on the video recordings. Okay, because the ghost dragged with me, I'm going to bring some salt in. I think that's what I'm going back to the van for now. To double check it's not a roaming ghost like a wraith to me. Taking in a sound recorder as well. I guess I'm trying to see if I can get any extra media. Bump up my reward. Must have felt confident going into this one. The sound recorder is actually quite handy for getting the Banshee scream as well. I'm finding it a little bit more reliable than the parabolic these days. Okay, I just walked through my salt and blew out the fire light. Hunted just outside the crucifix range, it sounded like. Okay, that ghost sounded normal speed at 150, so I'm ruling out the fast ghosts there. Well, the Revenant would have been really slow, unless it detected my electronics or saw me, but that's not slow. If you're interested in more Apocalypse 3 challenges, I actually do this on every single map in the game. I will be releasing more. But this is the one most people care about. Just making sure the crucifix covers the whole area. Okay, ruled out Wraith there because it stepped in the salt. I believe I placed another one to the right there. That's already been stepped in. Just heard a door close, that's why I got the parabolic then. I wanted to see if it was a Yuri. Even though the ghost has been pretty close to me, it hasn't evented on me yet, which is a little surprising, considering it is set to medium. I'm trying to peek it now. I'm doing this to try and take a look at the blinks. I do time these hunts as well at the same time, so I'll put the timer on so I'll know when they should end. You see me do something crazy in a hunt, it might be because I know it's coming to an end soon, so I'm risking it. I would advise, if you're giving this challenge, go to time those hunts though, so you know how long you've got left. It's also quite handy actually timing the hunts, because if you time it for a minute from when the door closes, after the minute you have a 25-second grace period after that for a normal ghost, a 20-second one for a demon, so you know actually if it hunts at, if you keep your timer going and it hunts at like 120 or between 120 and 125, you know you've got a demon or a mimicking a demon. It also is handy for if you're trying to move your stuff over or move to a different room. I usually reset it after the 125 mark. Okay, trying to peek it again. I don't want it to see me though. You should be able to peek it, but obviously it's scary when you've got 150 ghost speed running at you. Okay, so now I'll know the hunt's ended, and I'll know I've got that 25-second grace period, so I'm going to see what I can get. I think I need to capture a video of the ghost for one of my objectives. Okay, it's the 25 seconds has probably passed, so I've just edged there to the right just in case so it doesn't see me. Use the counter as cover. I think at this point I was worried that the ghost might have moved away from me because I wasn't getting breath anymore. Yeah, that seemed to spawn. Maybe in chapel. Maybe that chapel or the door to the left. The little room, sorry, to the left. Just trying to peek it again. Take a look at the planks. It's obviously very hard. It's quite dark. But you should be able to tell. I would say it's doable to tell only blinks or phantom blinks. Just helps rule out those two ghosts. Especially with it potentially roaming to me. I'm opening the door just so I know when the hunt started, just with it spawning quite a few rooms away now. I'm going to make sure that I'm getting the timer right. I've got this assault down there and the motion sensor. Just if it does come this way, the salt will slightly slow it down before it gets to me, just to give me time to prepare. And also the motion sensor, I'll be able to hear it if it's there. Okay, looks like I'm preparing to try and move up a little bit. Heard a door touch. The ghost can't see you behind this desk, so obviously if it runs in here it can see you easily, but it can't initially see you, so it's the safest place I could have been. to find where this event is. So hard to see the shadow events anyway, normally. Okay, I've incensed it to give myself some time to get some stuff into this room. I'm thinking this is the place to be. Okay, I'm getting breath in there again. I don't know if the ghost is roaming, if it's roaming to me. I'm assuming it's roaming to me at this point. Okay, got my video for the objective. Throwing the crucifix down so it doesn't spawn on me. Don't think I needed that, just why not get the extra media if I can. Okay, I'm ruling out Shade there because obviously it hunted in the same room as me. Shades can't do that. Also, Shades can't do singing events. So it's a double whammy for the Shade. It's in the ghost photo, so I've ruled out Phantom. So 2 of the roaming ghosts have been eliminated. Banshee remains. It did do a singing event as well, so I've got that in the back of my mind at this point. Also, I think the ghost room's quite nearby me, so it could just naturally have roamed and eventing by me because it's close to me, which is kind of annoying. Okay, it hunted under 3 minutes, so I've ruled out Spirit. Handy to try and rule out ghosts as you go, because you do forget. Yeah, I'm thinking at this point, I'm just going to burn all the crucifixes. I probably should just move back. I got what I came for though. Okay, I'm getting cold breath, so the ghost with me. Okay, let's walk to the salt. I can hear it touching doors. I know at this point I want to go and see if the doors are wide open or not to rule out Yuri. I don't know which doors it's touching though. I don't know, I don't think I ruled out Oni on my journal at this point, but I think I'd mentally ruled it out due to the blinks I saw earlier. With me getting 2 events as I walked in there, though, I just wanted to double check, so that's what I'll be doing here. I'll be trying to peek it to double check the blinks. You can do that if you're careful. The ghost won't necessarily see you. It's obviously quite risky, but I'd advise if you're going to try it, maybe do it towards the end of the hunt if you're timing them. Okay, so those 2 doors were wide open, so I wanted to put them halfway so I could listen if it was a Yuri, if it did an ability. I don't like to just go off the sound, it's hard to tell sometimes. I'd rather see it. Obviously it's really hard in this game mode. The Yuri can also do its ability on the front door, so it can actually shut the front door. Now that only shut because there's a ghost event in the room, so... But if it had done that without a ghost event, that would have been a Yuri. I don't believe any of the ghosts can actually shut the front door without an event or a hunt. I was going to say that's a little bit far out for a peek. It might have seen me. I should be safe. I'm trying to get those doors open again because when it does the ghost event, it automatically closes the doors. It's ruining my Yuri test. Okay, I'm really suspicious now that this is a roaming ghost. Obviously we've ruled out the 2, Banshee's the only option. I start to get suspicious about that now. I mean, I was already kind of suspicious, but it was top of my list now. I incense the ghost there to try and listen out for a banshee scream. Another singing event, that's a sign. It could be a banshee as well. I wanted to give myself you know, a good minute and a half to see if I could get a Banshee Scream on the parabolic. If the ghost hunts from just outside the crucifix range and I've got an electronic on, it will detect it, so I wanted to play it safe. When you're doing these challenges and it's just a normal ghost, it can be difficult because there's always a seed of doubt of, is it just naturally roaming, has it just changed room closer to you, or is it actually roaming to you? So I really wanted to get a Scream. Another singing event. Just confirming my confirmation bias on a Banshee. Okay, it must be near the end of my timer now, so that's why I put the parabolic down. I don't want it to detect my electronic. Still with me, I'm getting cold breath. Okay, I've got 25 seconds. Jumping on the parabolic, trying to get the Scream. Okay, there's a light switch there. I haven't turned any of them on. So I ruled out Mare. With the breaker being broken, obviously there's no point of really touching the light switch unless it's to test for a hunt. So the fact that the ghost turned one on, the ghost doesn't recognise that the breaker's broken, it'll just switch light switches anyway. So that's why I ruled out Mare then. At this point, I think I've actually done the objectives. I don't think I've looked at my journal for a while, but I think the objectives are done. I'm just waiting to see if I get a Banshee Scream or not to confirm it before I leave. Okay, it seems I've just remembered that I've got the sound recorder as well, which I actually do think is more reliable for the Banshee Scream since they brought it out. Might as well get that bit of extra media. Okay, that crucifix is dead actually. And the other one was dead, I believe, from before as well, so I actually have no crucifixes now. This thing can spawn on me. I think I'm panicking more about that now than I was at the time. This is worrying now though. If I've got no crucifixes, I've got no safety essentially. I've got my 2 incenses, but obviously if it spawns on me, I've got no chance. So I need to either get this Scream or just make a decision and go. I wanted to incense it to give myself some time because I know I don't need it spawning on me now. So I tried to get it to come to me at the end of the hunt there. But it did not happen, so I've got 25 seconds. Yeah, I'm trying to get a scream now again. I'm debating whether to risk it or not. Okay, I'm going. I'm fairly confident it's Banshee. It's just frustrating that I didn't get the scream at this point. So now I'm pondering whether to risk it and go back in or get spawned on. Jinn's impossible to actually rule out on this map because the Jinn ability can just run the breaker being on, so with the breaker being broken, you can't rule it out. Jinn's actually probably the worst ghost to get, even worse than Goryo on APOC 3. Just looking at my options now. It was the same speed every time. I don't think it's twins either. I don't think it was mimicking any other ghosts. Just decided not to rule them out though. I'm pretty confident on Banshee at this point. It's unfortunate that I didn't get a scream to confirm it. It's just left a seed of doubt now, but I'm probably going to get spawned on and killed if I stay in there any longer. Locking in Banshee. Shadow Ghost photo. Got my 3 objectives. Those objectives are actually quite nice. You can get lucky. The 3 videos and the 3 photos can be a little bit tedious. Okay, just over 9k. 5k would be a little bit disappointing. There we go. You get all 3 rewards in one if you do the gold. I don't think I've ever tried doing bronze and silver actually. 30-minute game. That's not too bad. We could have probably left about 5 minutes earlier. We didn't get the scream anyway. 9 events. The bone location kitchen. Okay, if you've made it this far, thank you very much. I'll see you again in the next one. Bye for now.